Good morning, students. Last lecture, I think we have finished off with problems based on tetrahedron. Okay, basic triple integration sums are done. Tetrahedron based sums are done. Okay, today we will talk about sums which are based on sphere. Okay, specifically sphere, right? And sphere related जब problems आते हैं then you can use spherical polar coordinate. जैसे अपन ना अपना डबल इंटीग्रेशन में डबल इंटीग्रेशन इन पोलर फॉर्म की है. So there we used to say x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and we said ds dy becomes r dr d theta. r के लिमिट्स फर्स्ट, फिर थीटा के लिमिट्स एंड integral wise, and then you proceed and get to the evaluated answer. Acha, similar thing can be done in sphere also, or sphere related problems also. You can convert your x, y, z into r, theta and phi. Definitely there has to be three variables, substituting for the three variables in the original system. तो एक्स वाई जेड अगर होगा तो आप एक्स वाई जेड के जगह पे अगर लिख रहे हैं तो एक्स वाई जेड के जगह पे आएगा आर, फाई एंड थीटा. ऐसे करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. नाउ एवरीवन, बिफोर आई एक्चुअली गेट स्टार्टेड, ओके, अगर आप लोग वो शीट देख रहे हैं, ओके, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द शीट व्हिच हैज बीन सेंट टू यू along with this lecture. There's one single sheet, and I am talking about this figure which talks about, or which is in the form of a hemisphere. Okay, hemisphere के फॉर्म में ये ऐसा करके है. Alright. ऐसा करके आपका एक फिगर है. ओके, द फिगर हैज बीन मेड, राइट. सो ऑल ये जो हेमिस्फीयर मैंने ड्रॉ किया है, राइट. नाउ इन दिस हेमिस्फीयर, ओके, और ऑन दिस हेमिस्फीयर आई विल मार्क अ पॉइंट. आई एम गोइंग टू मार्क अ पॉइंट व्हिच इज say point P and having coordinates x, y and z. x, y and z. अच्छा, आप लोगों को याद है what was r in the polar form in double integration? r was root of x square plus y square. Distance from the origin. Distance from the origin is r. The same definition applies for spherical polar coordinates as well. The r that I am going to have, r is root of x square plus y square plus z square. So ये आपका origin मानते हैं. Okay, origin. And all ये जो hemisphere ड्रॉ किया है मैंने, okay, the surface of the hemisphere will have an equation x square plus y square plus z square equal to a square. So the polar form of this equation will be r square equal to a square. That means r equal to a. Okay, that means r equal to a. So the polar equation of a sphere, okay, will be r equal to a. R equal to a. Please understand, we are talking 3D now. We are not talking 2D. So r equal to a does not mean circle x square plus y square equal to a square. It means sphere, complete sphere, x square plus y square plus z square equal to a square. Okay, that's this. That's the sphere surface I am talking about. Sphere surface. Acha, for any point, okay, I understand distance from the origin. Distance from the origin. Okay, distance from the origin, everyone, this is r. That's r Okay, and that r is going to be given by root of x square plus y square plus z square. Root of x square plus y square plus z square. बराबर? अच्छा, now everyone, ये होगा आपका z एक्सिस इधर, z एक्सिस, alright, z एक्सिस, right? And all the next variable I am going to introduce. Next variable I am going to introduce is phi. Okay, phi. Phi is the angle made by OP with positive z axis. Positive z axis. With positive z axis. Barabar? I understand everyone, and I hope all of you all are also clear about what I am saying right now. Okay. I have said phi is the angle that OP makes with the positive z axis. Positive z axis. As soon as I say this, I think all of you all will agree, must agree, z must be r cos phi. R cos phi. Z must be r cos phi. Acha, everyone, just a word of precaution here. Now, notation wise, okay, मैंने ये एंगल को phi डिनोट किया हुआ है. अगर मान लो आप में से कोई भी you are referring to some other book, okay, first ensure what the author denotes this angle by. Okay, ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि denotes this angle by some other variable. अच्छा, ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मेरा जो phi है वो उनका थीटा होगा और मेरा जो थीटा आने वाला है वो उनका phi होगा, टोटली उल्टा होगा. और आप जब ये देखोगे और फिर वो बुक भी रेफर करोगे, it will be a complete hodgepodge. Okay, first you all have to ensure that the nomenclature, the notations used by me and by the book are the same. Then you refer. Okay, then it's fine. Or at least if you are referring to some book, please understand what their notations are, and then only go to the solution. Otherwise, बड़ा problem हो जाएगा, हाँ? And you will then make an easy topic very difficult. So please beware. Okay? अच्छा, everyone, अब मैंने R आपको बता दिया है. R आपको बता दिया है. Distance of the origin. Distance of the origin is always root of x square plus y square plus z square here. 3D. Okay, and I have introduced phi. Phi is now this hemisphere that I have shown you is in the xy plane के ऊपर वाला पार्ट. नीचे वाला पार्ट भी होगा, हाँ? वो नीचे वाला पार्ट मैंने दिखाया ही नहीं. I have only talked about the upper hemisphere, बराबर? And I have introduced phi to you. Now, introducing phi to you, I will now also, all of you all, talk about the condition on phi. Condition on phi. Phi must range from 0 to pi. From 0 to pi. Okay, phi must range from 0 to pi. Why and how? All of you all, supposing I actually talk about the coordinate system again. Okay, coordinate system के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ, right? Okay, like x y z axis, और ये जो हेमिस्फीयर है वो इधर ऐसा है. Okay, hemisphere ऐसा है. Now please understand, for this upper hemisphere, अगर मेरा पॉइंट इधर है, अपर हेमिस्फीयर पॉइंट इधर है, I will join it to the origin, angle made with z axis, it will be acute. Okay, अगर point इधर है तभी भी I will join it to the origin and measure the angle made with z axis, it will be acute. Point इधर है, इधर से भी अगर मैं join करेगा z axis के साथ angle लेगा, it will be acute only. Please understand, it will be acute only till the time you are on the upper hemisphere. Any point, anywhere on the upper hemisphere, इधर भी हो सकता है upper hemisphere, join in, it will be acute time. इधर भी हो सकता है, join in, it will be acute time. But the moment I go on the lower part, lower hemisphere, now point will be here. इसको join करेंगे and angle with z axis. अच्छा, angle with z axis means it is always angle with the positive direction of the z axis. देखो, आपका ये point इधर है, OP. Angle that OP makes with z-axis. Can you all understand that OP with z-axis will now be obtuse? OP with z-axis will be obtuse. Point इधर join करो, join करके angle with the blue pen will be obtuse on. Okay, इधर joining with the blue pen angle will be obtuse on. And I think obtuse का final will be when the point is exactly on the negative z-axis. So point P is on the negative z-axis, then the angle made with the positive z-axis will be pi 180. And that's why I have written this. That is the reason why I have written this. Which means all of you all, you are absolutely clear with two of the three parameters we have to introduce for spherical polar. Okay, पहला वाला तो easy है, clear, done. Then I have introduced phi. Phi is the angle made by OP with the positive z-axis. Phi is the angle made by OP with the positive z-axis. Okay. Immediately you all have to understand that z will be the component of OP on the z. Component of OP is always the cos term, cos. So r cos phi. Okay, and I have finally told you that phi has to strictly be between 0 and 180. Upper hemisphere के लिए किधर भी upper hemisphere में हो, join करो with the z axis, it will be acute only. Okay, lower में किधर भी हो, the angle will be obtuse only. And if it is on the negative z, it will be 180. Pakka, everyone. So phi is clear as well. Achha, all, now I told you that the component along the z-axis will be r cos phi, which by the way has to be z. Can you immediately realize that इसका जो दूसरा component होगा, the perpendicular component, that perpendicular component will be r sin phi, and that r sin phi will be perpendicular to the z-axis. That means it will be in the xy plane. So can I say all in the xy plane, this is x and this is y. In the xy plane, do you realize that this is what I have drawn here? The base circle, hemisphere का जो base circle है वो xy plane में x plus y square equal to a square ही होगा, क्योंकि z equal to 0 है, so वो x plus y square equal to a square ही होगा, वो ड्रॉ किया है. And I will now all say इसका जो perpendicular component है, can I say all इसका ये जो component है, this is phi, so this will be phi. That means this is r cos phi. And the perpendicular component, this component will be r sin phi. Can I actually draw it here again for you? Okay, this is going to be that perpendicular component which I have drawn just now. R sin phi. And everyone, r sin phi का that component the angle which it makes with the positive direction of x-axis, that is theta. So this component, the angle that it makes with the positive x-axis is theta. Therefore, shall I say immediately, x must be r sin phi cos theta. R sin phi, because this is your r essentially now. Alright, so r sin phi cos theta, and y will be r sin phi sin theta. That means all theta is the angle made by r sin phi with positive x-axis. Okay. Now everyone, the x value and the y value now I mentioned it to you already. Okay. In the figure, everyone, in the figure that I have drawn, yeah, I have written remember करके. Can you all see any point? P मार्क किया है मैंने. Okay, r phi theta मार्क कर दिया है. That is x y z. Okay, x y z से angle phi is shown with z axis. So z will be r cos phi. Perpendicular component will be r sin phi. That is r sin phi is on in the figure there, and x will be on cos theta, y will be on sin theta. मेरे हिसाब से that's clear. अच्छा, थीटा का वेरिएशन जो है, do you realize ये थीटा जो है ये मान लो ये x axis है, so this is your theta. Alright, and theta will fluctuate complete 360. It will depend upon each quadrant. Hemisphere का projection in the xy plane is a complete circle. Complete circle means first octant वाला जो होगा, I understand that theta will fluctuate between 0 to pi by 2. Second octant का will fluctuate between pi by 2 and pi. Third octant का will fluctuate between pi and 3 pi by 2. And fourth octant का will fluctuate between 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. That means essentially theta will go from 0 to 2 pi. Complete circle घूम सकता है. ये जो component है, ये component it depends where you show the point P, no? ये किधर भी आ सकता है, फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में भी आ सकता है, सेकंड में भी आ सकता है, थर्ड में भी आ सकता है, फोर्थ में भी आ सकता है, depending upon which octant of the hemisphere you are in. And that gives you x क्या होना चाहिए, y क्या होना चाहिए, z क्या होना चाहिए. I think that's very clear. Okay, x क्या होना चाहिए, y क्या होना चाहिए, z क्या होना चाहिए. ये clear है. Phi is which angle and what is the fluctuation. Theta is which angle and what is the fluctuation. ये clarity आनी चाहिए everyone. You have to have that clarity in your mind. Okay. Once that is there, then everyone, triple integral dx by dz becomes triple integral theta phi r. मतलब क्या? R, what we introduced first, will always be the innermost integral. Then second wala angle with z axis wala phi, that will be the next integral, and last integral will be theta. Okay, so r, phi and theta, x. Okay, and everyone, all that you have in your function wo to hai, and just like dx dy became r dr d theta, now it becomes r square sin phi dr d phi d theta. ये मैंने लिखा हुआ है, it's there on that sheet. Okay, it's there on that sheet, right? It says triple integral. Yes, triple integral dx dy dz becomes r innermost. then phi, then theta, and r square sin phi dr d phi d theta. ये आपको याद रखना है हमेशा. Okay, every time you solve using spherical polar, you have to be careful about this. Okay, अच्छा, everyone, अब जब sphere वाले सम्स आते हैं, okay, sphere वाले सम्स आते हैं, then I understand it will either be sphere in the positive octant only. Sphere in the positive octant only का मतलब क्या हो गया? It is 1/8 of the sphere. 1/8 of the sphere. Okay. Positive octant मतलब क्या? आप हेमिस्फीयर ढूंढेंगे. हेमिस्फीयर के बारे में बात करोगे. So लोअर स्फीयर तो अपन ने कंसिडर ही नहीं किया है. Okay. हेमिस्फीयर. अच्छा, हेमिस्फीयर में भी only 1/4 of the hemisphere. Because that's the positive octant. You remember ना positive octant का क्या essence है? और नहीं, essence यही है. ऐसा है. Okay, ऐसा है. Alright, and we are talking about this octant, hemisphere this way. So if hemisphere is this way, can I say only in this octant? Then r will go from 0 to a. R means radial distance. Radial distance over this section. That means of this entire region inside also. So r will have limits from 0 to a. R is radial distance, na? Radial distance for a point which is very close to the origin, it is 0, and for a point on the hemisphere, on the sphere, r is a. So r का limit will be 0 to a. And phi limits, आप इधर भी point लो, I understand it to be an acute angle with blue pen. Acute angle with blue pen, acute angle with blue pen, acute angle with blue pen. So phi will only go from 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2. आपका पॉइंट जो है वो इधर हो सकता था, एंगल acute है. आपका पॉइंट जो है वो इधर हो सकता था, एंगल acute है. आपका पॉइंट इधर हो सकता था, एंगल acute है. आपका पॉइंट इधर इतने सामने हो सकता था, एंगल acute है. So wherever you are on this part of the sphere, first octant wala sphere, phi will only go from 0 to pi by 2. Then last, theta. Theta, I understand, is going to be in the xy plane. See, now I am highlighting the xy plane for you all over. So आपका जो ये r sin phi है, r sin phi ऐसे आएगा, r sin phi ऐसे आएगा, and this is the angle theta then. This angle theta will go from 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2. आपका r sin phi can be here. This is very close to 90. आपका r sin phi can be very close to this pen, the x-axis. So it will be very close to 0. But the fluctuation of theta will go from 0 to pi by 2. That's all. So when you consider the sphere in only the positive octant, that means what? I have to understand r limits are fixed 0 to a. Phi limits are fixed 0 to pi by 2, and theta limits are fixed 0 to pi by 2 again. This is first octant, positive octant of the sphere. ठीक है? अच्छा, now supposing I talk about hemisphere. अच्छा, hemisphere मतलब आपका पूरा ऐसा है. R again 0 to a ही होगा. Okay. अच्छा, हेमिस्फीयर है तो phi will still be 0 to pi by 2 unless you go into the lower half of the hemisphere. The phi will not become obtuse. See, this point इधर होगा तो OP mixed with blue pen will be obtuse. If it is upper only, no, angle made by OP with blue pen will be acute only. So hemisphere होगा तो भी, upper hemisphere होगा तो भी 0 to pi by 2. And because it is complete hemisphere, do you realize xy plane में पूरा सर्कल है. पूरा सर्कल आ गया तो थीटा का वेरिएशन क्या होना चाहिए? 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi. बराबर. एंड पूरा हेमिस्फीयर होगा तो क्या? पूरा स्फीयर होगा तो क्या? r goes from 0 to a, phi goes from 0 to pi, and theta goes from 0 to 2 pi. ऐसे होना चाहिए. Okay, but all of y'all, ये तो मैंने तुम लोग को एक्चुअली क्या लेना चाहिए वो बता दिया है। नाउ प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड 0 to pi by 2 has its own advantage. You know what I am talking about. 0 to pi by 2 मतलब आपका बीटा फॉर्म is still open, and if you are going to work with all this only, you know very well that you are going to work with sin and cos only. 0 to pi by 2 and sin and cos. If the big advantage is you are open to using beta form. Okay, hemisphere and full sphere में आपका हेमिस्फीयर में phi goes from 0 to pi by 2, but theta is 0 to 2 pi. So theta में evaluation में you won't have the advantage of beta form, and पूरा sphere तो phi is 0 to pi and theta is 0 to 2 pi. So obviously nothing of that at all. So अगर हम लोग ऐसे सोचें कि भाई मैं फर्स्ट ऑक्टेंट में इवैल्यूएशन मैक्सिमाइज करेगा, तो देन you have the option of doing the beta form for evaluation. Okay, so that we'll see when we actually take up sums on spherical polar. Okay, फिलहाल तो ये पूरा तो आपके वो पेज में है, but फिर भी I think you all can also draw this. This can be drawn so that you all are clear about what I have indicated as theta. Okay, sphere का polar equation. This is r phi and theta that you all already know, and this is very important. This तो ऐसे भी sums करते करते वो आपके सिस्टम में आ ही जाएगा। जरा फटाफट ये एक बार नोट कर लो before we actually begin with problems. Okay.